Hi, I'm Nicole Smithee, co-founder of Iridescent Women. Thank you for watching today's The Iridescent Spark weekly devotional. Let's take a closer look at Psalm 16:11. It says, "You will show me the way of life, granting me the joy of your presence and the pleasures of living with you forever." That's Psalm 16:11. Now, some of us have this picture of what a life surrendered to Jesus looks like, and it's stuffy and boring and filled with constraints. So many things you can't do. Like by following Jesus, you have to turn in your party card and resign to a life of no more fun, but at least you'll make it into heaven. But this picture could not be more contrary to what following Jesus looks like. Yes, there are sacrifices. That's true of anything great in life. But we get to know that heaven awaits us. We get to live a life free of shame. We are never alone. We are never abandoned. We are a part of a spiritual family of sons and daughters of God, once lost but now found. We get to walk free from generational curses that have held our family for generations. We get deliverance from addictions and healing for our bodies and our souls. We get to see God move powerfully in our midst. We get to live continually on the receiving end of God's abundant provision. We get to see and experience miracles. Our lives hold radical worth, and God has chosen us to fulfill His great plans. Life is an adventure, and Jesus is always calling us onwards. I'm sorry, but that sounds a whole lot more fun and rewarding than anything this world could offer. Following Jesus' teachings leads us down a path of joy that overflows. I believe that some of us are so concerned that if we really entrust the leadership of certain areas of our life to Jesus, that it will end poorly for us. Like if I trust this wound to you, Jesus, and choose to let go of my bitterness and resentment towards that person, what will I have left? Or if I trust my dating life and sexuality to God, then will I end up alone or worse, with someone I do not want to procreate with? Or if I trust my finances to God and begin honoring Him with my tithe and giving, will I have enough to make ends meet? If I step out in faith and do what Jesus is calling me to do, will I fail or be misunderstood? Friends, may we be reassured by Scripture today that Jesus' promise to us when we choose to trust and obey Him and remain in His love is that we will be filled with joy. Joy will overflow from our lives. A.W. Pink said, "The mere fact itself that God's will is irresistible and irreversible fills me with fear. But once I realize that God's will is only which is good, my heart is made to rejoice." Jesus never promised us an easy life when we follow Him, but He does promise us joy. So let's walk with Jesus daily, letting Him truly be Lord over our lives and experience the overwhelming joy of being with Him and following His ways.